In San Francisco, crime and drug dealing is now the norm. Probably won't change the election, though, actually, in San Francisco. The cops don't even bother with the open-air drug markets. Here's the mayor explaining things.
Unfortunately, a lot of people who come from a particular country come from Honduras, and a lot of the people who are dealing drugs happen to be of that ethnicity. You have the public defender's office and staff from the public defender's office who are basically accusing and using the law to say you're racial profiling. You're racial profiling, right? And it's nothing racial profile about this. It's we all know it. It's the reality. It's what you see.
Maybe the reality may be what people sees, but it went over like a ton of bricks. How dare anyone tell the truth about drug dealers? Breed's comments did not go unnoticed, writes Leland Vittert on Substack. Soon after, the San Francisco Latinx Democratic Club put out a statement condemning her racist and xenophobic comments. That's in quotes. The club described her remarks as appalling and demanded an apology. Shocking, but not surprisingly, they called her a racist, and it was too much for the mayor. So she apologized for telling the truth. Leland Vittert is with us now. Hey, it's good to see you. Were you surprised by this?
Was I surprised that they called her racist?
No, that she apologized.
Was I surprised that she apologized? I suppose I wasn't, because I believe that London Breed, although I think her intentions are in the right place, tends to sort of drift whichever way the wind blows. And so I was disappointed that she apologized, because she did nothing wrong. She said nothing wrong. Everything that she said was entirely accurate.
Reasonable people can agree that crime in San Francisco is literally out of control. 204 sexual assaults, 2,200 robberies, 6,000 auto thefts, homicides way up, 56 over 48, 222 shootings over 167, although you have to imagine there were more shootings, open-air drug markets and the like. How do you deal with a problem if you can't honestly discuss what the problem is?
You can't deal with the problem, and San Francisco has not been dealing with the problem. And, now there's a new district attorney, so things are changing and arrests are being made and things are incrementally improving. But this kind of just shows what the new DA is up against, because I want to be clear, what London Breed was explaining was that the majority of the drug trade is driven by Sinaloa cartel supplied drug dealers who are Honduran nationals. She wasn't saying that yes, they are ethnically Honduran, but that wasn't the point. Their ethnicity is incidental. These are folks who are Honduran citizens who have been smuggled into the United States by the cartel. And so, of course, if you arrest them, you're going to end up arresting Latinos. And that's exactly what happened in San Francisco with one particularly good cop who was motivated to actually make arrests. And the public defender has accused him of racism because the arrests that he was making were overwhelmingly Latino, because that's what the drug dealers are. And by the way, this cop himself is of Mexican and Nicaraguan descent, and his first language is Spanish.
And has he had to apologize? Has he been disciplined, or has the police department and the mayor stood by him?
It's still under investigation, so nothing has happened. But if if the Superior Court of San Francisco agrees, then he could be in trouble and he could be terminated. And obviously, what would the motion that was filed by the public defender was a shot across the bow.
Wow.
Letting San Francisco police officers know what happens if you do your job.
Well, yeah, and if the mayor, you do your job and you call what I say. Like, we're going to follow the case of this police officer and do more on it. We'll have you back to talk about it, all right? Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.